Great day, everybody. You can't. Oh,
Safety first.
safety first. All right. How are you all doing? I threw up a title, and we're going to be on for about 20 minutes. So text everybody, call somebody, let them know we're on, and they're going to miss it if they don't hurry up and get on. But today, we're going to do a quick chat about mission, marriage, and ministry. I just felt like talking about it. And I wanted to just throw in some questions, actually, and hopefully you all will go ahead and put into the chat when you get a chance to watch this your questions or anything you want to chime in concerning it, and we'll definitely reply later. But I was just pondering, to be honest. I was pondering on the fact that it's a conversation that happens a lot amongst Christians, and I wanted to just chime in. My throat is still a little scratchy, so I probably shouldn't talk as much. It's another reason we're only going to be short. But I was thinking about how the conversation is often had about what God's heart is, or if God has anything to do with who you marry and matching it to your mission. Because it's Marriage Monday, and we haven't always really been digging in on marriage as much as we were before. But I've been pondering the last few days, thinking about how I believe God aligned Tony and I's lives, and being our testimonies, how we ended up together, how our families are so connected, how it goes back so far to my father and his grandfather. And I was thinking, like, did God set this up, or was it coincidence? Did we just make a decision that lined up? Did our missions really match? Or did we make a decision to align our missions? And so now God is blessing our agreement. And so it was just a question I had. And I was like, you know what, this is a good thing to talk about live with Tony. Get his opinion and see what he's thinking. Because I love to mess with him and get him to talking. Yeah.
Why? Because I'm so wise.
Because he's so smart.
At the end of the day, we're at the mercy, both of us, of God's will being done and executed.
You got to talk loud because I didn't put the mic on.
Being done and executed in our lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, because we submitted our will to Him, we can kind of like say, okay, He gets the credit for putting us together, because He spoke to you and said I was your husband. He spoke to me and said that you were my wife.
Can you turn your single?
Because I asked Him.
Yeah.
And you inquire. A lot of people don't even ask God.
So you feel that God gets involved when you inquire of Him,
when you
seek Him, when you acknowledge Him. So Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 actually does apply, even in choosing a spouse and connecting the missions and asking Him if this person's plan connects with yours, if it's in alignment, is it a good covenant to come into?
Right. And I believe, and those are good questions to ask, but even if you don't or hadn't thought to ask those questions, if you just simply ask, is this my husband, is this my wife, and God says yes, then it's automatically assumed that the missions align, the purpose and the will for God for our lives, God's will for our lives align.
Sorry, forgive my finger. I'm trying to hold it.
It says that I mean, it's assumed that it aligns. But I mean, if you want to ask those specific questions, then that's a good thing to do too, in my opinion.
Right. So, other than Proverbs 3, 5, 6, do you know of any other scripture off the top of your head? Or do you want me to look up some things?
Well, I mean, it says that he knows the plans that he has for us.
That's Jeremiah 29:11.
And I believe that that encompasses all things.
Okay.
Whether it's ministry.
I know the plans I have for you, saith the Lord.
Yeah. So, if he knows the plans that he's going to put the pieces together, even via marriage, that helps those plans or assist those plans in being accomplished. What you think?
I think that's a good case. It's a good scripture to build a case on, both of those, Proverbs and Jeremiah. Because, okay, I think the reason I'm really on